Okay, let's look at different types of symmetry and how we can test for symmetry using algebra. So there's symmetry where there's a mirror image if we were looking at how it reflects across the x-axis. There's symmetry with the y-axis, where that y-axis is like acts like your mirror. And then there's also symmetry with the origin, where the line that everything is reflected through is just a diagonal line, the line y equals x. So if we can see if there's symmetry in all these different ways by doing some algebra. So to check for x-axis symmetry, we replace y with the opposite of y. Okay, so let's see what we get if we took and replaced y with the opposite of y. You see here how we get the exact same thing. So this is symmetric with respect to the x-axis. Okay, and let's try and see if it is symmetric with the y-axis. Okay, here we are going to replace x with the opposite of x, and this one will be, it's just the same. So this one is as well. Okay, and then replace x with opposite of x and y with the opposite of y. So this is also symmetric with the origin as well. Opposite of x and opposite of y. It just ends up being back with the same equation that we started with. So that one is with the origin as well. And that makes sense because this is a circle with a radius of 1. So that's symmetric. It's got all kinds of lines of symmetry, infinite lines of symmetry. All right, moving on. Let's do this next graph. So we've got absolute value of xy is equal to x squared y cubed. So we can check x-axis symmetry. We'll replace y with the opposite of y. And that one we have the negative times positive, that would be negative xy, absolute value of, and then here x squared. When you cube a negative number, it ends up being, the whole thing is negative, so that would be negative y cubed. But the absolute value of a negative is a positive. So this ends up not being symmetric because it ends up being absolute value of xy is equal to negative x squared y squared. So that one is not the same. Okay, and now if we try y-axis symmetry, we're going to replace y, or x with the opposite of x. And this one will be symmetric because you take negative, the opposite of x, and square it, and it will be positive. So this one is a yes. And then let's look and see with the origin. Okay, here we're going to replace them both. So opposite of x, opposite of y, absolute value of that, opposite of x squared, and opposite of y, quantity squared. And this one won't be because we would have a positive xy, absolute value of that is a positive number. Squaring a negative x ends up being positive x squared, but then our y, we run into the same problem that we had before. So that one is no. No. Okay, moving on. So I'm going to do all three checks. So x-axis, y-axis, and origin. Okay, so for x-axis, we're going to replace y with the opposite of y, and that would not be exactly what we started with. Here we're going to replace x with the opposite of x, which again is not what we started with. But this, if we replace the opposite of y with the opposite of x, we would get the opposite of y is equal to the opposite of x cubed, and then if we just divide through by -1, that is equivalent to what we started with. So this is symmetric with the origin, and that graph is kind of a neat looking graph. It's kind of an S shape. So I want to show you what that actually means in terms of what's happening with a reflection, with symmetry about the origin. So basically, if you just spun this over, that's what it means to be symmetric about the x-axis, which it's obviously not, because when you spin this, we would get this reflection here and here, but then you would do another spin along the vertical axis, and then this would reflect over here. This one, each one of these points would be reflected across the y-axis, so it would end up over here. Okay, so with those two rotations, then we end up right back where we started. And that's what it means to be reflected about the origin. Okay, so let's do this next one. Y squared equals x plus 4. So first I'm going to check for symmetry, and then I'm going to graph it. Okay, so we're always doing the opposite, so x would take and do the opposite of y, and this works. So this is symmetric about the x-axis, but not along the y-axis, because if we take y squared and do the opposite of x, that does not work. But let's see if we do both. It's still not going to work, because you'd have the opposite of y that ends up back with y squared, but the opposite of x stays the opposite of x. So that's not symmetric. Oops, no, not symmetric about the origin. So just along the x-axis. So it will be able to spin it horizontally and get the same graph. Okay, so now to graph this, I'm going to make an x, y table and just plug some numbers in. And let's see, it's kind of nice to solve for one of those variables, so I'm just going to solve for x, subtract 4 from both sides, so we'd have y squared minus 4, and then just plug some numbers in for y. How about -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Okay, so -2 squared is 4, 4 minus 4 is 0, -1 squared is 1, 1 minus 4 is -3, and 0 squared is 0, minus 4 is -4, 1 squared is 1, minus 4 is -3. Okay, so there's my points, and now graphing those, x is 0, y is -2, and x is -3, 1, 2, 3, y is -1, -4, 0, and then the rest of these. Okay, so it's this parabola that opens horizontally, and that is symmetrical across the x-axis.